Hello YouTubers and welcome to Watches Galore. Hey, today I'm back in my hometown and I really wasn't planning on this, but I'm gonna do the review of the SRP637 baby tuna here in the park. I have it along and I just decided to get crazy today and do that. Lidditz Springs Park. And here are the actual springs you can see bubbling up and feeding this. Actually, there's the main spring right there. Feeding this whole park. Lidditz Run. It's a stream. So we're gonna walk out front here to the main street, take a picture of that clock for you, bore you with a little bit of Lidditz today. Now we're at the other end of the park, out at the main street, and I've been here before in a video, but I have to take a picture of it again. Oh, by the way, long stream up to the springs up there. Great day to be walking around in the park. Very busy here. Let me get a picture of that. Check it out. The Rolex clock. You gotta love it. All right, guys, I'm gonna grab a bench and we're gonna get to the review right after this. I'd like to give before I get into the specs of this guy, I'd like to give a shout out to WatchStalk. Yeah, he's been around a while. He's got a great channel. I'm gonna leave a link to his channel in my description below. So go over to his channel, check it out. He's got some really cool watches. He's reviewing some Bezel World stuff, and yeah, if you like it, give him a sub to his channel. I think you'll enjoy that. Great channel, great guy. Okay, let's get to this review. The baby tuna, SRP637. And first off, I gotta tell you, I love this watch. It's my top 3 that I own. Wristwatch check. Omega Speedmaster Man on the Moon. I love this guy. I love this guy and one other, which I'd like to bring out on the channel later, but not right now. Let's get to some specs and some pros and cons. There's only really one, should I say con and pro. It's the same feature, so figure that out. Yeah. Hey, this has a 4R36 movement, and this watch runs great. I mean, keeps up with my cell phone. I love it. Runs great. It's hacking. It's hand windable, which you know I love. I love all those features. I guess I can get to the pros and cons of this watch right now. It's this extra casing around the watch, protection, shroud, whatever you prefer to call it. It looks so cool on it, and it kind of, makes it a standalone watch. Sets it off from other watches for sure. The bezel on it, 120 click bezel. And here's the con. you have this section right here and this section right here. That's the only place you can grab the bezel. So when you're turning the bezel, you have to work within those parameters. And I think if you were a real diver and you used this watch for diving, I think it would be a total pain. But I don't dive, so I love it. I mean, I'll take the look over it, over the turning the bezel, the little inconvenience of turning the bezel. I mean, the look is just awesome. Has those square 5-minute markers, kind of reminds you of the first gen Monster. Black face, day date feature. And the loom on this guy is, of course, Seiko loom. Outstanding. I mean, it is outstanding. The crown, screw down crown, of course. And I heard some other channels saying that they're kind of like disappointed with the crown and it feels a little loose. It does feel a little loose when you first unscrew the crown. But as far as hand winding it, it's solid. Setting the time and date, day, solid. And putting the crown, screwing the crown back on, solid. So I don't have a problem with that. I just heard some people do. The bracelet is stinking phenomenal. I love it. It's a push button deployment class bracelet. It's solid. You're never gonna lose it. Has a diver's extension right there. 22 millimeter lug width for the bracelet. Let's see what else here. We got a screw down back, which has a beautiful blue dot on it. Which, yeah, I'm kind of weird about that. I like to keep the back of my watch as scratch free as long as possible. So I leave that plastic on there. Yeah, I know it's weird, but I like to do that. I'm trying to think of anything else. It's 200 meters water resistant. Let me see if I can get a close up on this. I'm out here in the sun, so it is kind of hard. You can see that. 200 meter water resistant. It has the Prospex symbol there in the center of the dial, which I think is fairly new for Seiko. Hey, it's got a 47 millimeter case. Okay, that's where it probably steps away from a lot of people. But I'm gonna tell you, let me just set this down here real quick and get my speedy off. I'm gonna put this on for you and show you what it looks like on a 7 1/4 inch wrist. Which I don't think it looks bad. I mean, I never thought I'd be into something this big, but it is just such a cool watch. Check it out. Not so bad looking. It works. It works. This is definitely in the tops of my collection. I can't give it enough wrist time. So yeah, 47 millimeter case and a 14 millimeter thickness. So yeah, it's a little bit big, but I've been wearing this more than the Monster. It's a little bigger than the Monster, but when you have them side by side, I think in the last video I did, you can see there's not much of a difference. And I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for this, but I like it better than the Monster. I love this. I love this Tuna. So hey, that is my review today. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy the channel or it's your first time here, please subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a great day. Stay well.